Hi, I'm Marilyn Sanclementi of Stamp with Marilyn, and welcome to my creative playground. Tonight I'm going to play around with the new paper pumpkin. It has some really nice Valentine's ideas in it, and I have a couple of ideas also for other things to make with it, so we'll see how that goes. So this month's paper pumpkin has these really cool cards, and there's 10 of them in the kit. And they look like this. Here's one, two, and yeah, they look like this. They fold out and then they open in the back. So you can make a 3D, oops, there we go. Okay, you can make a 3D heart in a couple of different colors. And I like the way it's all embossed with gold. It's really pretty. Oh, that one. Okay. It's hard to figure out how to fold it and to fold it flat. But anyway, okay. So that's the idea. So I followed the paper pumpkin directions, and this is what I came up with. There's 10 hearts in total, 5 of the vanilla and 5 of the blushing bride. And I follow the directions for the first one. Love you more. That was XOXO. And here's the second one. Friend, love you more, and for you. So what you get with this kit is these things. So you get a gray granite stamping spot. You get these forms like I just showed you. You get some vellum hearts, some blushing bride hearts, some flirty flamingo hearts, these white hearts that have an embossed gold image around them, some arrows, these little squares, also some really pretty sequins, and of course glue dots to use, and there were also dimensionals as part of this project. So, and then these envelopes I love these envelopes. So this envelope has this gorgeous paper, designer paper on the inside, and I'm going to show you how to use that. So I have a couple of different ideas that we'll try tonight with this, and I was playing around with it a little bit this afternoon, and I came up with this idea. I was cutting the hearts apart and I wanted to use them, and then I cut open one of the envelopes and used that to make designer paper, and this is what I've got. I added a little bit of foil to it. And with this one I took the designer paper and I just kind of did this little cross type thing with the XOXO, and then I took one of the white hearts with the gold outline, and then I used our nesting heart punches that are in the current catalog. There's this punch with the scalloped heart, and then this one with the regular heart that are in the regular catalog. So the colors that are in this, and I should show you the stamps too. So most of the stamps I have on blocks because I've been playing with these this afternoon. So there's a heart outline, there's a heart, there's a little heart with an arrow, there's an XO, here's an arrow, there's love you, for you, friend, sending you love, some little dots, and more, the word more. So, and the colors in this are blushing bride, flirty flamingo, and very vanilla, and gold, of course gold. So I actually was thinking about doing some heat embossing tonight, but that's a little bit messy and it's hard to do online because it gets loud and all of that. So let's play with these a little bit. Where did I put my cutter? Here's my cutter. So to cut these envelopes open, and I learned this trick from Rachel Tessman, so thank you, Rachel. She always has some good ideas, but with Paper Pumpkin, most of the time the envelopes have some form of designer paper on them. So what you do is you cut down the side and you cut down the other side. And then you just open this up. And as you can see, you end up with a fairly good sized piece. You do have a couple of fold lines, but I have always managed to cover those up, either with ribbon or with an embellishment or whatever I'm doing. And then with this, you do have this piece that you need to take off. So that gives you a little bit smaller piece. But what you find is you get a lot of paper out of this, out of one envelope. So what I'm going to do is cut this here on the score line. I'm going to trim off these little sides where the envelope was glued. Okay, and then that gives us a nice piece that is, I think, about 5 inches. Yeah, it is. It's just 5 inches wide. And it is not quite 4 inches. It is 3 3/4, but it's a little bit curved here. So let's straighten that out. So we're probably looking at 3 1/2. Yep, 3 1/2 by 5. Oh, and I see I missed a little bit right here. Let me trim that a little bit more. And there's a lot you can do with that. And I still have this piece left as well. So, and this one actually is quite a bit larger. This one is 5 1/2 by almost 6, just about 6 inches. So there's a lot you can do here. So I'm going to start with this, and I have a piece of, let's take a piece of Blushing Bride that I have cut in half at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. So then I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Oh, this is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, and this is a little bit smaller. So let's put a piece of, what do we want to put under that? I don't know if I want to do a whole piece of gold and use up all that. Well, let's do it. I can always order more, right? And I want to use this one up. Yep, and I think I just did. I knew I was at the end on this. So, okay, so to change these, all you do is open it up and pull that out, and then there's usually a little bit of gunk right in here, which I get. That's equivalent to a glue dot. And then I just pop the new one in. It just lines up like this and closes back up again. Knew I was at the end. Okay, wow. My trimmer, I don't know if you can see how fuzzy that is, but my trimmer definitely needs to be, I need a new blade. But it might be because this is embossed paper. So, okay, let's put this on here. And this is the brushed gold that was in the catalog at Christmas time. I believe we can still order that. I hope we can still order it since I'm cutting a huge piece of it here. And when you get this, there's actually, I'm not sure that it's brushed gold. It is brushed metallic, and it has several colors in it, gold being one of them. So let's put this on here. That's pretty. And then I cut a couple of these apart. Oops. Started to cut some of these apart. Okay, this one I cut apart and I used this on here, and then I used this one on the center here. So I have this left. Hold on. My phone is ringing. And so what I did was, actually, let's use this pink one because that goes with the outline of the card. And all you have to do is just very carefully cut along here. The side will be a little bit flat because the way these are put together. But what I did was kind of worked around that a little bit. Oops. There we go. Okay. So what I did was I just kind of cut down a little bit here and tried to even that out a little bit. So it's kind of a funky shaped heart. But hearts are never really completely hearts, right? So let's do this. Wow, that really hides that. So let's do, instead, I'm going to go back to my punches. And this one, that's just a plain. Okay, so I'm going to use this to do the scallop punch. And these are nesting punches. These are in the current catalog. And I actually have this is what I used for the other card. So let me take that vanilla polka dot. Oops, and I should be able to get at least one more heart, if not another. Let me do another out of this. So you can make a lot of use of these hearts. You can make the pattern that they give you, but then you can also do some other things with it too. You don't have to stick with exactly those patterns. So it looks like I can get 3 hearts out of each of these, except this one I use the scallop, so that's a little bit larger. Okay. So I've got some pieces I can use. I should have made one of those scallop. Oh, we'll fix that in a minute. Okay, so let's use this on here. Oops. And actually that still doesn't. It still gets kind of lost in that. So let's put it on this bigger heart. That's a little bit better. It doesn't get quite as lost. Or we could put it on this. And like I said, we're flying here. I have all these ideas in my head. I don't know if I like that either, but okay. Let's go with this. That's so plain. That looks plain to me. Okay, I'm going to go back to this with this. Or maybe the gold underneath. Oh, but I don't have a larger gold heart. Okay. So let's start with this. We'll go from there. Okay. And we'll put this, yeah, let's put it in the middle. Then it sticks out a little bit more, or it stands out a little bit more. I shouldn't say sticks out a little bit more, stands out a little bit more. And let's do the love. Is that the love? Yeah. Nope, that's not it. I tried to mount all the stamps ahead of time. I should have put them in order or something, you know, alphabetical order or something like that. So let's do the For You in Blushing Bride. Here we go. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Sorry to hear that. I hope she's doing better. And let's use a piece of this paper that I cut out of the inside to make a band here. Oops. So I think that there's a lot to do with this, because you've got all these fun colors and things. And all the gold that goes with it. So if I do a band of gold across the bottom, yep. Isn't there a song about a band of gold? And then we can center that, like that. Ooh, ladybug. Look at that. Aren't ladybugs supposed to be good luck? There you go, Rose. Just for you. Oops. Something just popped up over top of my comments there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is layer this. I've never seen them with their wings open before. She's flying around on my Blushing Bride stamp pad. I don't know if you can see that. She wants to stamp too. There must be male ladybugs, right? But why do they call them ladybugs then? Or maybe there's another... Anyway. She wants to learn how to stamp. So let's do that. And then let's put... What if I take this big one? There we go. Ladybug, ladybug, fly away. I think it's bad luck if you kill them, so. Okay. So I don't know if I should. Yeah, I can get an XO in there. Okay. And we got these really cool sequins with this, and we have, oh, that's pretty. I like that. We put that on the side, and then we have room to write a message over here. Or, actually, I might put this on the inside. Like I said, I'm flying by the seat of my pants tonight. So did everybody have a good weekend? I know I did. My daughter-in-law's 30th birthday was Friday. I went down and had dinner with my son and his wife on Thursday, and they just bought a new house and they have been renovating the kitchen, and it's almost done. The refrigerator is supposed to be installed on Thursday, and the place had to push it back because their installer got COVID. So I'm going to take this off of this one. And let's try that. Yeah, I like that better. So I think it got installed on Friday instead, so I didn't get to see that part. But other than that, the kitchen was almost done, and it was really nice. So they bought a fixer-upper. It was built in the 90s, and I don't think anything had ever really been done to it. So great opportunity for a young couple. So that was a lot of fun. And I got to play with my grandpuppies. They have two little, no, not so little. They have two dogs. Okay, so there's another one. And here's the two that I did this afternoon, in case you didn't see those. Oh, hi, Sherry. Good to see you. Yes, she wants to see the new ladybug. Maybe I should play with the ladybug stamp set and put a ladybug on the hearts. How's that? So this one, I cut a piece that is 5.5 by 5.5. So I used a 12 by 12 piece of Berry Vanilla, and I was able to use one of the full hearts on that. And then this one, I just did the regular size, 4.25 by 5.5. So hopefully she comes, well, I don't want to say I want her to come back, but hopefully she finds a safe place. Let's put it that way. And so now let's do another, I should have another piece of vanilla that I can cut down. So this was from a 12 by 12 piece. So let's cut this to 5.5. And then I kind of cheated because I didn't want to, I don't have enough room here to bring my arm out. So I scored this at 6. You'll laugh at me. Move my cutting blade out, scored this at 6, and then I want the finished piece to be 11 inches, so that's a 1/2 inch off of each side. So I scored it at 6 and then cut it off. So actually I can just measure here, 5.5, so it's at a 1/2 inch. So I cut a 1/2 inch off of two sides at once. And that's how I got my 5.5 by 5.5 card, without messing up my workspace. So anyway. So is everybody enjoying celebration so far? There's still a few weeks left. 5 weeks? I guess there's 5 weeks left now. And let's see, what haven't I used? I used this. I used this. Did I use that one? I used the pink one. Oh, here's some more stuff I hadn't used. Okay. Rather than cutting that one up, let's do this. Let's use this one. Okay. But that's too bare on that. So we need to dress that up a little bit. So let's put another piece. We cut this. So what I did was I cut up the envelope. If you missed it, oh, wow, that fits exactly because that's 5.5 by 5.5. So let me cut that down a little bit. So 5.5 by 5.5. If I cut it down to 4.5 by 4.5, then I can put it on a piece of gold. And what was I saying? Oh, so if you missed, what I did was I cut open one of the envelopes. And the envelopes for this set are really pretty. They're these Flirty Flamingo envelopes, and they've got this paper on the inside. So if you cut down, and you cut down here, and you open it up, you have a really good sized piece of designer paper, which is really cool. So actually, let's put that on a piece of Flirty Flamingo, if I can find a big enough scrap. Okay. 4.5 by 4. No, that's not going to work. There we go. So we could do that. That will work. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my cutter. I need to change my blade of my cutter. Definitely definitely getting very what are those called? Lots of little pieces on the side there. Okay. So if anyone is interested, During celebration, of course, for every $50 that you spend, you get to choose an item from the celebration catalog. And I am also recruiting for my team if anyone's interested. I have a fun team. And one of the things that I love, I joined Stampin' Up! 20 years ago. And one of the things that I love about Stampin' Up! Is my team. I have a fantastic team, the New England Stamp Inkers, but you do not have to be in New England to join my team. And I do a team meeting every few months, and then I have 2 downline that hold monthly team meetings. Since they have a good chunk of my team is in their group, but I am always available to help out my downline. And I am hosting a quarterly get-together at my house now that my daughter and her boyfriend have moved out. I'm going to put that like that. And where'd that other... I may take this big pink one. Does that work? I don't know. I'm not sure if I like that. If I can round this off a little bit. So I am going to host, we used to do these all the time, and then COVID hit, so we haven't done one in a while. But my team gets together, and we, of course, discuss business and answer business questions for anyone that's newer on the team. And then we do a shoebox swap. So everyone designs a card, and if there's 10 people at the meeting, then you prepare 10 cards and then put everything in a shoebox, and we pass the shoeboxes around, and everybody gets to make different cards and learn new ideas. And we've always had a good time when we do these events. So I'm hoping to have the first one the second Saturday of February 12th. If anyone's interested and you live in the Boston area and are interested in joining my team, I know, Rose, I know you love shoebox swaps. Come on out, fly out, take a vacation. You need a vacation. Come on out for a vacation. And we'll get together. So if you join my team during celebration, the starter kit, which is $99, normally with the starter kit you choose $125 in Stampin' Up! Product, and you customize the starting kit. So if you have been a customer for a very long time and have lots of things like ink pads and all of that, then you don't have to worry. You get to choose what you want, and you can, fill in colors you may not have, whatever. So you customize your starter kit, and you get to choose $125 worth of product. But, I put that on crooked. And on top of joining during celebration, you get 2 additional free stamp sets that you can select from the mini catalog. So that's another $45 on top of the $125. So that puts you at $170. Is that $170? 40 and 25. Yeah, $170. So you end up with about $170 worth of merchandise for $99, which is a great value. And my team, I have some business builders and I have some hobby demos. You don't have to be a business builder. And what I love about this job is so flexible. When my kids were little, I was home with my kids. I got to drive them to all their games, baseball games, tennis matches, swimming events, all that good stuff. And they appreciated that. And then now they're gone. They've flown the nest. They've finished college. They've come home. They've all started new jobs, and they're off on their own. And so I get to do what I want. So I've been working more in my business and just building my business up as we go. So your paper pumpkin kit just got billed today, Rose? That's really bizarre. Huh. So, if you're interested, I am looking for team members. Just give me a call or send me an email or send me a message and I'll give you a call back and we can chat about it. But also during celebration, if you pull together some orders from your friends and the orders total $300, or if you put in a really huge order totaling $300, then you get the free Charming Camilla stamp set, which is really pretty. And then again, also for every $50 that you spend, you do get to choose an item. So during celebration, if you're putting an order in and you don't have, if you're in the US and you don't have a demo, if you want to put an order in, use my host code HJ9CF6R5 or RS. And if your order is over $75, you will get a spot on my reward board. And so that means you have a chance to win a $50 gift certificate. I will be drawing the names at the end of February, or drawing a name at the end of February. So, so that's my little celebration spiel for today. So the cards, these are the cards that I made. These are the 2 original cards, just to review. So what's really cool about this, oh, and I forgot another piece. Oh my gosh. So those are the 2 original cards, and then these are a couple of cards that I made. And then also, my helper Julie was here today, and so she designed this. She told me to tell you, because some of you know Julie, she told me to tell you that this was not her favorite her favorite project. She found it difficult to work with these hearts that you had to cut apart, but she did this really cool pink box, and she used the gold, the shiny gold ribbon, which is really pretty. And then she made this pretty box for a gift that you could put a gift in, but also we put some chocolates in. So I think that's about it for tonight. I'm thinking what I might do next week is I would like to demonstrate some different techniques that you can use with the pastels. Stampin' Up! Did add pastels back into the collection again this year, and we haven't had those for several years. So I was thinking about putting some techniques together with the pastels. So if I get that done, then I think that that will be our Facebook Live for next Monday. So thanks so much. Thanks for stopping by, and take care. Have a good evening.